Turkish Airlines presents Business Africa.
Opportunity dances with those who are ready to embrace change. Welcome to Business Africa, where we spotlight innovations shaping Africa's future. I'm your host, Afolake Oyeloye. The top stories this week. At a summit in Tanzania, global and African leaders commit to funding and reforms aimed at bringing electricity to 300 million Africans by 2030. Rwanda discovers 13 oil wells in Lake Kivu. The discovery sparks debate over its potential economic benefit versus environmental risks and the impact on the fishing industry. An entrepreneur is turning coffee beans into artisanal soaps, boosting the local economy and empowering over 1,500 women and youth in the DRC. In Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, global and African leaders gathered for the Mission 300 Africa Energy Summit. The ambitious initiative aims to provide electricity to 300 million Africans by 2030 and address the needs of the 600 million who currently live without power. Daniel Kijo has more.
The summit focuses on how to bring electricity to the nearly 600 million Africans who currently lack access. Global leaders are here to raise funds and support for energy projects. During the first panel, President of the African Development Bank Group highlighted the need for action.
This is not a talking summit. At the end of the day, it's not what we say. We can do megawatts of talk all we want. It's going to be the megawatts of power that we deliver that actually matter. So it's an action-driven summit.
Global institutions pledge their support for the Mission 300 initiative. Rémi Rieux, CEO of the French development agency AFD, announced plans to increase investments by 50% to support this goal. AFD manages a €2 billion energy portfolio with €150 million already invested in electricity access.
It's digitalization. We need to train the people, we need to provide technical assistance. This is something AFD Group, through its subsidiary Expertise France, can also provide to the countries on top of financing the governments.
The summit provides African nations with a key opportunity to attract investments for energy projects that could transform lives. The World Bank also wants to ensure that the funds are used effectively to create real change.
But the idea of putting so much of our money to work here is also to enable and make sure that these policy reforms that are being committed by governments actually get enacted. We will pay for results.
The summit will conclude with the signing of national energy agreements by 13 African countries, along with a declaration on Mission 300 by heads of state. These commitments mark the beginning of a crucial journey towards providing electricity to millions across Africa.
To delve deeper into the goals and progress of this initiative, I'm joined by Nina Lili Mwabufo, Vice President for Regional Development Integration and Business Delivery at the African Development Bank Group. Welcome to the show, Madam. Now, what milestones have been achieved ever since Mission 300 initiative was created in 2024?
The milestones that have been reached so far, firstly, there are 12 countries that have completed their national energy compacts. This includes a detailed action plan with concrete targets and actions to expand clean energy, power economies, and drive economic development. Across the compacts, the anticipated electricity connections in terms of number of beneficiaries is 250 million people, which is almost twice what the World Bank Group and the African Development Bank Group connection targets are for these 12 countries. So mind you, this 250 million is just for 12 out of 54 countries. In the first year, Mission 300 already helped 12 million Africans gain access to electricity.
How do renewables and innovation drive the summit's plan to electrify over 300 million households?
We are going to be scaling renewable energy in national grids. We'll increase from 47% to 62%, with hydro and solar generation playing the key roles. We are emphasizing energy trade, and prioritizing renewables over costly liquid fuel plants to access affordable power. Distributed renewable energy solutions, DREs. We are looking at, according to the 2024 Clean Energy Investment for Development in Africa that was produced by the International Energy Agency, there is compact innovation. Innovative technologies like energy storage, smart grids, digital payment systems also feature prominently in the compact, because this will enable efficient energy distribution and it will improve affordability, especially for people at the bottom of the pyramid.
Amid rising energy demands and climate challenges, how does Africa position itself as a leader in shaping its sustainable energy future?
Now, specifically on the role of renewable energy and innovative technologies, Africa possesses vast untapped renewable energy potential. We are only 1% of the 10 terawatts solar and 1% of the 110 gigawatts wind, and 2% of 15 gigawatts geothermal resources have been utilized. So we have huge potentials. While hydropower contributes 17% of electricity, despite its 350 gigawatts potential for the continent, hydro faces climate risks, such as reduced water levels in some of the lakes. However, maximizing these renewable resources will ensure that Africa not only closes its energy access gap, but also ensures its energy future to drive industrialization and economic growth.
Thank you very much for those insights. Bye for now.
Thank you. It's been nice speaking with you. Bye-bye.
Rwanda's energy sector is abuzz with the discovery of 13 oil wells in Lake Kivu. While the find promises to transform the country's economy, concerns about its potential impact on the lake's delicate ecosystem and the fishing industry are growing. Gianna Iriza reports from Rwanda.
This discovery is expected to offer a major boost to Rwanda's energy sector, with oil extraction potentially producing asphalt, diesel, gasoline and gas. The extraction process will likely follow similar methods to methane gas, positioning Rwanda for a significant shift in its energy landscape. Business analyst in Rwanda, Devendra Singh, emphasizes that the oil discovery in Lake Kivu has the potential to create jobs and reduce the nation's reliance on expensive oil imports, driving economic growth and enhancing energy security.
This good news will really be a boosting element for the country by reducing substantial amount of imports of crude oil or what we are using in daily life, and which is like major drain of foreign currency from the country.
Despite the potential positive impacts, there are concerns about the impact on the fishing industry, with large-scale oil extraction potentially disrupting the lake's ecosystem. Speaking to a local fish farming and distributing company, Kivu Choice, they share their concerns on oil exploration.
The oil drilling could impact oxygen levels in the waters of Lake Kivu. It can as well contaminate fish population in the whole Kivu. But we strongly believe in our government. We are very sure that they will come up with measures, regulatory measures that can assist for effective environmental management.
Initially, oil exploration in Lake Kivu cost 1.7 billion Rwandan francs, with future stages projected to require 8 to 10 billion as advanced technology maps the lakebed to pinpoint oil and gas reserves.
In South Kivu, Eastern DRC, entrepreneur Solange Kiwanja is turning coffee beans into kitoko soup, a product that is not only gaining popularity but also empowering women and youth in the region. Our correspondent has more.
The coffee berry harvest is thriving at this plantation in Kabare, South Kivu in Eastern DRC. Here, young entrepreneur Solange harvests coffee beans that will be used to produce the soap branded Savon Kitoko. Through this work, Solange highlights the often overlooked women coffee farmers in the region. These soaps are especially appreciated by women because they help maintain skin elasticity, keep the skin youthful, and eliminate wrinkles, spots, acne and allergies. After the harvest, the coffee beans are dried before the transformation process begins. Each step is preceded by a training session. At the factory, everything is done manually, a feat achieved by Solange Quinia and her team. They mix coffee powder with medicinal plants and caustic soda to create an artisanal recipe. The product has been a huge success in the region and is now sold in supermarkets in Bukavu. Solange is seen here delivering her soaps to the cooperative. With demand growing, we now have strong interest. By next year, we hope to set up a factory to industrialize the Kitoko soaps made from coffee. To date, Heshima Coffee supports over 1,500 women and young people in the coffee agriculture sector across Walungu, Kabare and Uvira. The goal is to promote Kivu coffee by encouraging local consumption.
That brings us to the end of this week's edition of Business Africa. Thank you for joining us. For more business stories and the latest updates, stay tuned to African News or visit us online at africanews.com. Bye for now.
Business Africa was presented by Turkish Airlines.